everybody, and welcome to another cup of Khafi.
Boom, bye bye to a negative mind. No, when I promote them ugly way, them have to die. Live it to the limit and I live it up nice. Only positivity me there a lot of time. Right by my side, only the family. World change the life.
Today we are at the Black Cultural Archives in Brixton. This is an amazing place, and if you haven't been before, you have to come. At the moment, the current exhibition, Black Georgians, is happening up until the 4th of June, so make sure you come and see it. So today is Africa Day, and I wanted to read an excerpt from my book, A Quarter Centenarian's Guide to the Galaxy. I've just got an excerpt here, and I'm going to read the chapter, Being Brigerian. And it's all about being British and being Nigerian. So here we go. A reflection on being Brigerian. Brigerian, pronounced Brigerian, is a word I generated from putting the words British and Nigerian together. Although I thought of myself as super ingenuous when I made up the word, I am not the first to use the term. I googled it and saw that someone mentioned it on a blog way back in 2008. Nothing new under the sun, right? Their definition of it varied from mine, however. In my use of the term, a Brigerian is someone who classifies themselves as both British and Nigerian. Being born and raised in London to Nigerian parents, I fully identify myself as being British, and I fully identify myself as being Nigerian, and oh the woe that that has caused. At times, it is difficult identifying with both. For many ethnic minority people born to immigrant parents in many countries, the concept of belonging has long been a tough one. There is always that dreaded question that makes you squirm inside whenever it is asked. Wait for it. Where are you from? Many a time their responses come in the form of another question. Variations of, do you mean originally? Or do you mean where I live? Or do you mean ethnically? Or where my parents are from? Ensue. And the response is generally much simpler after that second question. If I were to answer that question in all its possible forms, the response would be any or all of the following: London, England, Britain, Nigeria, Ekiti State, Yoruba, Ado, Shepherd's Bush, Hammersmith, West London. I could continue, but that's already many options to choose from. Another problem occurs when, tired of having to clarify the demand, where are you from, with a follow-up question, people decide to pick the one they most identify with and go with that. But there can be many problems with it, depending on where you go and who you are talking to. When I'm in London, if someone asks me where I am from, my general answer is, I was born and raised in London, but my parents are originally from Nigeria. If I'm talking to someone who is also an ethnic minority, I normally leave out the born in London part, as there is an unspoken mutual understanding that they're asking about my ethnic background. When I'm in Nigeria, however, I say I'm from London, or Ekiti State, again, depending on who I'm talking to. In Europe and any other place abroad, I say I am from London. Those, however, who aren't as elastic in their approach can be confronted with a tirade of further questions, especially when they aren't first-generation immigrants. Where are you from? London. And your parents? London. And their parents? London. I mean, no, like, where are you from originally? My parents and their parents were all born in London, but if you really want to know, my ancestors are originally from Jamaica. Ah, that's cool. Or in Nigeria, where are you from? I'm Yoruba, from Ekiti State. Well, you don't sound Nigerian. Were you born here? No, I was born in London. Or in Italy, where are you from? The UK, London. No, but where are you really from? And so the conversations go. At times, it is difficult being Brigerian and having to justify yourself to others. How do you explain that Britain is home and Nigeria is home too, both in different ways? For me, the two nationalities are synonymous to my identity. They are both who I am, and I wouldn't change it for the world. I love being British. I love being a citizen of a nation that has shaped and influenced the world for years and centuries, for better or for worse. And I love being able to call one of the biggest and most sought after cities in the world home. But there are those who would say I'm not British. My mum isn't British by birth, nor is my father, and my skin isn't white or Caucasian. I had no say in the fact my mother left Nigeria at the age of 25 to work overseas and gave birth to me here. Yet the way I speak is British. The way I eat is British, though sometimes it is more Italian, and I do love my pasta. And the way I live is British. But I also love being Nigerian. I love being from the most populous African nation in the world, a land of natural resources unmatched, whose citizens are amongst the most resourceful, resilient and relentless people I have ever met. Again, for better or for worse. But there are those who would say I am not Nigerian. I have an accent when I speak my mother's native tongue, Yoruba. I wasn't brought up in a typically Nigerian way, kneeling for every elder I see, or wearing Ankara and lace. I have never even lived in Nigeria. And when I do go, there are those who call me Oyinbo, white person, because they can tell by how I talk, and sometimes just by looking at my skin, that I am different. Yet I feel an incredible affinity to Nigeria, and it is one that no one can take away from me. So at times, being told to pick one or the other, and not be a coconut or a bounty, or being treated as a foreigner whenever I'm in Nigeria, makes me think, do I need to choose one identity to belong to? But I've decided not to. I am both of them, and both of them are me. I am a Brigerian, and proud. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed that. Happy Africa Day to you and to everybody you know. Let's celebrate Africa. Let's celebrate the continent, the nation within it, and have a great day. If you would like to order A Quarter Centenarian's Guide to the Galaxy, it is available on Amazon. Stay tuned for next week's Cup of Khafi. Have a great rest of your week and see you then. Bye!